The FDA actually breaks down the nutrient facts and how to read and understand the food labels. To start, you want to look at the serving size and the servings per container. It's probably the most important thing, because all of this is important, obviously, but if you look at, like this says 250 calories, but there's 2 servings in there, so it's actually 500 calories if you eat the whole thing. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the serving size and how many are in that container, so you're not just like eating the whole container thinking it's just that small amount of calories. The calories and fat is another thing you want to look at. The general guide for calories is that 40 calories is about low, 100 is around moderate, and 400 is high. That's not saying that eating something with 400 more calories is bad. You just maybe if you're looking for a snack, don't eat something that's 400 more calories. It should be more around the 100 calorie range. The nutrients is the next thing you look at. You want to limit certain things and get enough of other things. So the first things are like fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol. Public health experts actually recommend that you get as little as possible of the saturated fats, the trans fat, and cholesterol. There's no goal that you're trying to reach. You're not going to try and get at least 15 grams of saturated fat each day like you would with other types of nutrients. You're just going to try and keep those as low as you can. And then with the other vitamins, like the vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, iron, those things you're going to try and get a little bit more of. Make sure you get enough of those in your diet. If you're worried about your sugar intake, like most of us should be, you want to look at the ingredients, make sure there's no added sugar. Things like corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, sucrose, honey, and maple syrup, those things, if they're listed in the ingredients, those are added sugars, and that's just going to make it a little bit worse. So it's not necessarily saying don't eat things with those, just like try and keep it limited to not as many of those things. Other things to look at, some of the labels have these footnotes underneath. A lot of people ignore them, but they're actually kind of a good guide to look at. It's based on the public health experts' advice. They're kind of suggesting how much you should have of these certain vitamins and minerals for your 2,000 calorie diet. So they kind of say maybe keep your total fat around 65 grams or less, and this is consistent across all foods. So you'll find the same thing on all different labels. Things like cholesterol, you want to keep it less than about 300 milligrams. Things like that, just so you have a general idea of how much you're supposed to be injecting of these certain things every day. And then another thing they point out is the percent daily value. It's another guide, another reference, to kind of give you an idea of how much that particular item has of what you're looking at. So like with this fat, there's 18% daily value in there. So you kind of have an idea, okay, if I eat this, then I'm eating about 18% of the fat I should have today, so my next meal shouldn't have more than, whatever you're basing that on. 5% daily value or less is considered low, and 20% daily value or more is considered high. So things like calcium and sodium in this have about 20% of your daily value, so you want to make sure your next meal isn't going to have too much more than that, so you're not getting too much of that nutrient. So basically, with the increasing obesity rate in America, you want to make sure that you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, having a good diet and good exercise. Since over a third of the adults in the United States are considered obese, it's definitely essential that people focus on what they're eating and what they're eliminating in their diet. And to make matters worse, there are food products out there that appear to be healthy that actually aren't, like the naked juice, the gluten-free products, and the multigrain products. So you want to really make sure that you're reading food labels, that you're understanding what they're saying, and that you're maintaining that healthy diet that you really need to get. So I strongly urge everyone to read food labels and to try and maintain a healthy diet so that you are less at risk of becoming obese. Thank you.